Okay, welcome to our parent explanation of Showbie and how you can use it to keep up with your child's learning and to support them to the best of your ability. So Showbie is a work or assignment collection app. It is great for a lot of different things, and we'll talk to you about why and also how you can access it on your own. So first, let's say that your child is completing some work online and your thought is, how do they turn this into their teacher? They're going to have to print it out anyways, right? Well, not really. So here's what we can do. From every app that we have, there is always going to be this export button. And what you're able to do in any of these apps is export it and then choose to send it to Showbie. So if you do this, it's going to send this to an app that collects all kinds of different things. For teachers, they can use it to collect videos, to collect ebooks, to collect PDFs, to collect pictures, to collect just about anything you can think of, websites too, right? So here's how it looks for a child, and then we'll talk about how you can access this as well. For a child, when they enter Showbie, they're going to have all of their classes here on the left. Then if they enter a class, they're going to be able to see all of the assignments that have been given in here. Now, within this area, you can see a lot of different things. Number one, if there's a paperclip, that means it was turned in. Number two, you can see the grade that was given on that assignment. You can even see if it was turned in late by looking at this red little clock there, right? And how do we know it was late? Well, if you click on the assignment, you'll actually be able to see when it was turned in, and you can also see the due date here exactly. So it's a really, really nice app for that. Now, the other thing that's really nice about Showbie is that teachers can grade this very effectively and give high quality feedback in a lot of different manners. Now right here you can see the example that's just writing with a pen. Okay, now if the child didn't complete their work in a lot of different colors, it would show up a little bit more clearly. But you know what, let's show something that's a little bit more clear here. Let's show some voice authored feedback. So this little button up here allows a teacher to add in their voice. So what you can do is actually come down here, tap at a spot, and then record yourself explaining something. So instead of writing, you need to have better specific supporting detail or more specific supporting details. You might actually explain, look, your first detail, it's a good idea, but you need to provide more specific details about it that explain how it supported your point that soldiers had a really rough time in the Civil War. So you could go in and explain that in detail and then save it. And what happens at the end, as you can see up here, is that the child, when they come back in to see their feedback, all they have to do is push play and it's going to play back that feedback for them right away. The other thing that teachers can add into this are little buttons that add in just a quick explanation of something as well. And then if they would like, they can come in up here and they can add in a grade, so they can give you your specific grade that you're going to see as feedback. Now that's great in a lot of ways. Here's what makes this app even better. It's not just an app. It can actually be accessed from the web or from the internet at my.showbie.com. So what you can do here is sign in as your child to see the work, and what you would do for that is click in, sign in with Google. Your username and password is going to be the same as their Gmail account because that is their Google login. And then you can come in, you can see their classes they're enrolled in, you can see the work that they've completed. If there's no paperclip here and you see that it was due a while ago, that means they didn't turn in their work, right? Or you can see that it has a grade to it, which is a great feature as well. So what I would say to you is don't get panicked if you see that there's a paperclip but no grade. Teachers are not necessarily going to look at every single assignment. They really, what I've actually been and what we've been encouraging teachers to do is to collect a lot of the work so that you have it just in case you need access to it later on. Because let's say, for instance, that a child does not do well in a quiz. At the end of the unit, you have access to all of their homework that they've done. So you can go back and use that as an instructional tool and a support tool so that you have more information about where the issue may have occurred so that you can help them out along the way. So in short, don't expect there to be feedback on every single homework assignment. There might just be that for some of the more detailed and more complicated or summative assessments like a test. Okay. Now, so that is Showbie. Again, you can access it on any device that has the internet. www.showbie.com or my.showbie.com. They both take you to the same place. Students are going to use the Showbie app on their iPad, and if you would like to access their work, you can go to the student email login, which is going to be last name first initial at uscstudents.org. You may also have a number in there. You'll have to check with your child to be sure. And then their password is going to be something that's one word, a number, then another word, like cat's 9 meow. Okay, this is a great tool to use if you want to make sure that your child's work is being turned in on time and you want to keep up with them and give them some help with that, and even if you just want to see what the work is in general that they've been producing. So it's a great app. I suggest that you look into it on your own at home and you use this in the ways that you think makes the most sense for you as a parent. Okay, so I hope that that was a helpful little tutorial on how to use the Showbie app.